One of the mics is broken, so please bear with us. Let's use this one. Yeah, sure. We can start off.
Two is fine. Yeah.
There it is. Awesome. How is everyone doing today?
Right.
Very good. There we go. Building up audience engagement. Hi, my name is Obeda,
My name is Vidal.
My name is Reyes.
and we are the founders of Blessing Box Detroit.
Nearly 57% of residents in Detroit are at or below the poverty line. And 1 in 2 children every single night will suffer from hunger due to food insecurity. When my parents were living in Britain, and they weren't quite established, they were at a time where they were really poor. They were at a time when it reached a point where my mom wanted to go buy food for the family, and she decided not to go out to get food because we didn't even have $5 in the bank, so she knew she wouldn't be able to get enough food for everyone. And my brother was going to school, and he was struggling, and he was daydreaming and unable to focus, and it was humiliating for her that she'd get calls from school that he can't focus, something's up. And she knew exactly why. She knew it was because he didn't have a lunch. She knew it was because she didn't have enough money to provide him lunch every day. And things are better now, and we're in a better situation. But that really instilled the importance and understanding that every person needs the opportunity to have their basic needs met. They need the opportunity to have these things so that they can thrive in their futures.
So what Blessing Box does is that we design, build, and install mini food pantries in local religious centers all across Detroit. We picked religious centers for a variety of reasons. The first reason is the heavy traffic that these congregations bring. The second is the variety of income levels that of members of the congregation that attend the churches and mosques. You have high-income families that can donate food supplies to the Blessing Boxes, as well as low-income families from these centers receive food from the Blessing Box. We also picked religious centers because of the community engagement. Their mission aligns with our mission, and that is to serve those in need. Also, there's less vandalism in religious centers. So we have the Blessing Boxes installed in well-maintained and secure areas. So we provide a comprehensive list. We showed it down there and also on this slide. We provide non-perishable food items, general and feminine hygiene products, infant care, and seasonal necessities. Some of the non-perishable food items range from carbohydrate and protein items, such as rice and pasta, to canned beans, canned chicken. Some of what hygiene products we provide are pads for feminine hygiene, as well as soap and toothpaste. We also provide infant care, such as baby powder and baby formula, as well as seasonal necessities such as hats and gloves for Detroit's cold weather. So we spoke to a variety of people in our Detroit community to see the extent of food insecurity. We visited homeless shelters where we spoke to homeless people like Ejani that had to walk 4 hours just to get breakfast. And she states, when you don't have anything, that means no transportation, you've got to make things happen. And she had to walk 4 hours just to get breakfast. We spoke to people in Gleaners like Rachel, who told us of the extent of stigma and how that plays a roadblock in food accessibility, as well as organizational leaders from the Detroit Health Department, such as Alex Hill, who told us about the structural problems of food insecurity in Detroit, such as the limited hours of availability of food pantries that make it difficult for low-income families to receive food assistance.
After a customer discovery interviews, we realized that we have 3 unique values. Our first being that we have 24/7 access and availability. Our second being is we're located in local community centers and religious centers, so it's available and reachable by foot. And our third being that people can access this anonymously, so it allows them to go in with no stigma.
This here is our prototype. Sorry about that. So this here is our prototype. We have it set up on Cass in West Forest at the University Islamic Center. It's been set up since April of 2018. It's been doing quite well. Every time I walk by there's different things that people have put in. When we built the box, we wanted to make sure it was safe for the environment. So we made sure that water would be able to penetrate through the wood to damage the supplies or the Blessing Box itself. We also made sure it was tip-proof, as you can see on the bottom, so it wouldn't be a safety hazard to anyone. And I made some drawings in AutoCAD, since I'm a civil engineer, of of these boxes when we want to mass produce them, so we can better utilize the resources that we have. So we're going to have a small storage area in the bottom in case the top portion runs out. Someone from the community can take some items from there and put them at the top, and a small donation box on the side. So we had a small donation box on the side for people who wanted to donate cash. They didn't have supplies necessarily. We've been generating about $35 a month, but after our community outreach and engagement, we saw a huge spike in the month of February. In that little black box, we got about $200 in donations. And the amount of food supplies we're getting about 300 pounds of food supplies and hygiene products per month, and that's increased significantly after our campaign.
So we spoke with a variety of local religious centers to find the best places to place these boxes in. We particularly emphasized heavy traffic, especially heavy pedestrian traffic, because the blessing boxes would be utilized most efficiently there as people can see it and take from it. These are our 3 location centers that we've had verbalized commitments from to install these boxes once we receive funding. It's Christ Church Detroit, Jefferson Avenue Presbyterian Church, and the Muslim Center Mosque. And their locations can be seen on this map. So we have 2 of them on Jefferson Avenue near downtown. This area, Jefferson Avenue, is known to have heavy traffic and heavy pedestrian traffic as well, especially to the homeless population. We have one at Wayne State University and then another a couple miles north at the Muslim Center Mosque. So we also reached out to a variety of food program initiatives to establish partnerships to help us supply these boxes. We met with Gleaners and established a verbalized partnership in which they will provide us with food supplies at very, very low costs. We partnered with Period, an organization at Wayne State that has provided us with feminine hygiene products on our prototype, and they will continue to provide us as we expand and build more boxes. And we recently established a partnership with the W Food Pantry, which will provide us with excess food donations to supply the boxes, as well as a partnership with Shelby Pediatrics, which will provide us with baby care and infant formula.
So this year is our budget. The judges, we have in our packets a more detailed budget, but we need about $3,000 for construction materials for things such as maple, the maple wood, and other supplies to build a box. We have a contractor who can build our boxes for about $2,000, all of them. We have a 3-year plan to get supplies from Gleaners, and we're going to spend another $500 delivering those supplies to different blessing boxes. So this is going to supplement the local community and try to support them. And a $1,000 legal entity formation fund, and then a $500 reserve in case it goes around for contingency, resulting in a total cost of $10,000.
And as we expand our organization, we've developed a comprehensive 3-year plan of what we want to accomplish. Some of our goals for 2019 is to establish ourselves as a 501c3 nonprofit, which will allow us to secure grants as well as receive tax-deductible donations. We are on pace to install 5 boxes, and we're also hopefully more for this year. And we plan to finalize our Gleaners partnership, expand our volunteer base, as well as seek additional partnerships with other supply vendors such as Myers and Kroger's, including Forgotten Harvest as well. Our biggest area of growth that we are really optimistic about is that we are actually currently in talks with the Detroit public school system to actually build and install boxes within schools, outside of schools. So we can provide students with food items that they can take before school starts or after school starts. If they need a quick lunch, they can get anything from there, as well as take food with them home. So that's something we see ourselves growing into and kind of pushing as our master plan. And that's basically our social media engagement. This is our Instagram page that helped us get those $200 in donations, as well as a news article showing just the work that we've been doing. And how we energize Detroit. So when we spoke to Ejimi, she said a really profound quote. She said, when they don't have food, they can't think. That's the problem. I've noticed when they eat, they perform better and they think more peacefully. So we, as an organization, want to provide an outlet in which people don't have to worry about their next meal. By giving them the ability to have access to food any time of the day, 24/7, we will let them focus on other aspects of their life and grow in that situation.
When youth and adults have the opportunity to have their basic needs met and alleviate from food insecurity, they have the opportunity to thrive. Detroit will thrive.
Thank you.
Thank you.